Microphone check. This is another iSee109 production. I'm currently on the computer. It's 1:41 a.m. Um, on the morning of Thursday, and I'm on the internet. All right. I'm filming from my iPhone onto my screen, so bear with me. Um, Shout out to Stephen Sterling Mitchell. He just posted this, so he's awake at this hour too. It says, Larry, you didn't mention you were in the documentary. Go to Tubi, Tubi TV to watch Flojo, a Daughter's Love, and you will find this documentary. If you go to Tubi TV and you're searching for the documentary, I suggest you type in Flow, FLO. Don't try to type the entire title of the documentary, and don't try to type Florence. No, if you type Florence, it'll work. But if you type Flow, FLO, you'll find it. I typed in Flo Joe with no space and I didn't find it. Maybe that was the problem. Maybe that was my problem, okay? You live and you learn. Anywho, the reason why I'm making this video is because I learned about, I mean, several years ago, I learned about this alley, this street in Los Angeles, and I'm gonna make a video. This is the video right here, but I'm also gonna film the actual location, give you some what is it, modern footage of the area. I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet. It's already 2 minutes into this video, but so the street that I want to call your attention to um, has been called Calle de los Negros. That's the Spanish term. But then there were Spaniards in California, but then there were also white people, white men and women, and they were from Europe, and so they spoke English, and it wasn't Calle de los Negros for them. It was actually Nigger Alley. All right. Now, it's a controversial word. The N word is controversial, of course, but if we're gonna talk about the history, then we gotta do our research. And if you go to the PBS website, they have the research here, and it tells us all about the history. So here we have um, a picture from the 1800s, Calle de los Negros. All right. So um, today, I'm not going to read all of this. I'm just going to make this as short and as sweet as possible. Today, what was known as Calle de los Negros or Nigger Alley, okay, today it is what we know as Los Angeles Street. Okay, huge difference. Why is it so different? I mean, it could have been called Black Street, right? No, it's because they were purposely trying to forget the history of the things that took place on Calle de los Negros. All right, and from this point on in the video, I will only refer to it as Calle de los Negros. Okay, so they were trying to forget the history. All right, why? Here are some things to know about Calle de los Negros. Number one, all right, in the 1840s, before California was a state, um, wealthy. It is said on this website that you're looking at right here. All right, it is said that wealthy, dark complexioned men owned businesses along Calle de los Negros. Okay, actually, it wasn't called Calle de los Negros um, originally, but because of the fact of one, there were black men who were wealthy and owned that stretch, that small stretch of that one city block length of real estate. That was one reason. But then the other reason I think is because by black, I think they may have wanted to. No, no, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to conjecture. I'm not even going to try to assume or presume what, the thinking was behind it, but I'll tell you the fact. Jose Antonio Carrillo. I don't think we have a picture of this guy. Let's see. All right, but here he is. Jose Antonio Carrillo. This is the gentleman. He was a prominent Californio. Californio was the term for the politicians of Alta California. All right. He was the mayor of the city of Los Angeles. Okay. At some for some time at one point. But here's the thing about this guy. He was a gambler. He was a um, yeah. So he's a gambler. He's a risk taker. He's a gambler. He likes. I'm sure he was a gambler. He was an alcoholic. Um, he was um, basically what I gathered from researching him. He left no stone unturned. Okay, in life, it was like anything. He was game for anything. All right. This guy, for some reason, decided that he would put placards um, on this block long strip where these black men, these wealthy black owners, own these stores or these shops or this area. He decides that he's going to be the one to name the street because at one point it was unnamed. That block, the block long, the street that came to be known as Calle de Los Negros. Well, it was it didn't have a name, and so he's responsible for naming it. So he put some placards at both ends of the street, and he calls it Calle de los Negros. But doing that wasn't the best. It wasn't received well. All right. It was like, dude, what are you doing? What are you calling us? You're calling us blacks. You're calling. Are you trying? I imagine they were like, yo, you trying to denigrate us? Yo, that's a slight. What are you doing? You're trying to distinguish us from other people. We're just like you, kind of thing. All right, all right, all right. I'm gonna try not to interpret historic events too much. All right, but here's the thing. On that little strip, not only were there was it black-owned businesses or some sort, some kind of black. These the real estate was owned by the black men. I don't know what they were doing. Nobody knows, right? That was more than 200. I mean, it's about 200 years ago. But here's what we do know. What we do know is that that stretch of land, that street, was home to, or rather, home to activity. The activities included prostitution, gambling, and saloons, where I imagine they were drinking or selling whiskey. So you had whiskey, you had sex, and you had gambling all going down there. But in addition to all of that, there were murders. People were dropping like flies there. There they this this street, okay, according to the statistics, according to the research that I did from I looked at the PBS website. I have this book entitled got this book here entitled "Making Black Los Angeles" by Marnie L. Campbell. All right, the PBS documentary, or no, that's PBS website, and then there's also no, that's my YouTube channel. Okay, skip that. Not that. Okay, this is what I'm talking about here. So there's a video on YouTube, Calle de los Negros. All right, it's right there, and then it has this video. Let me change the lighting here. This video was made 16 years ago. All right, and they have a photo here. Excuse me, not a photo, but Calle de los Negros. This video was made 16 years ago, and they're showing the progression. This is an old video, so it's very pixelated. It's not clear. That's one of the reasons why I want to make a newer video, because I want to show you, you know, modern images of that area. All right, so according to this video here, let's see if I can find it. La di da di da. No, I can't find it for some reason. All right, this video says that there were no, here it is right here. This person says it here. This person says, I'd like to offer a correction to the text of your video. At one point in the 1950s, there were 30 murders a month. 30 murders a month, not 3, according to both Harris Newmark's and Major Horace Bell's books. People would ask each other daily, I wonder who got shot last night. Okay, so that's history from the 1950s, it says. I don't know if I this was written 12 years ago. Perhaps they meant to write 1950s. I was wondering if they meant 1850s. Okay, let's recap. What do we learn? There's a street in Los Angeles. It was once referred to as Calle de los Negros. Also, but what that translates to, Calle de los Negros, translates to, or is also, there it is, into that, as the gringos came to call it. This is from the video on YouTube, okay? All right. So, what then? Oh, here we go. We got a little map here. So, Union Station, where the trains arrive, it's right over here. Union Station is over here. And then if you move across the street, walk across the street here, then you'll come to the Plaza Center. Olvera Street is over here, and then this is the center of town and the like. There's the firehouse over here, and then just next to the firehouse there's this street, Los Angeles Street. So basically, it's this Los Angeles Street and this area, this section all over here, where the alley Calle de los Negros was. All right, that's where it was, right there. Yanga Park. That's interesting that they would call this Yanga Park, because Yanga is also the name of a a slave. What is it? A slave, a rebellious slave. Yanga. Yeah, let me do a quick search for Yanga. There he is. Yanga is a municipality. Yanga, the first black town in North America. The first black town. Here's a picture of Yanga over here, and we have Yanga Park. I'm actually, it's a different spelling, Yaanga, but man, gotta do some research on that. Yanga Park. Wait a minute. There's a, what is this? Father Junipero Serra. That guy wasn't good. Padre Junipero Serra. I can't. What is this? On the island of something, the coast, yada, Serra. Father Serra was something, something, something. He taught for 18 years. All right. I'm going to have to find another picture of that and do some search. Here's what I think about the name Yanga. I mean, that's interesting. Yanga was a enslaved. He was a formerly he was a free. He freed himself. He fought against the colonizers, and so he established the first black town in North America. And then to have in Los Angeles a park named maybe not named after him, or maybe it is named after him. That's pretty cool, especially knowing that Los Angeles was founded by predominantly Afro Mexicanos. Like, wow, the African history of Los Angeles is deep, y'all. That was the purpose of this video, to learn about the history. So the African history of Los Angeles is pretty doggone deep. Calle de los Negros. All right, I've gone way past the time limit that I expected to get through this. Um, all right, hope you find something interesting in this. This video is made for, you know, for posterity, and maybe hopefully some prosperity. Okay, prosperity. Excuse me, prosper. You can get those two words mixed if you're not clear as to what you're saying, and if you're moving quickly, as I am doing. Peace and blessings from iSee109 from la ciudad de Los Angeles. Adiós a todos.